Go.
Hey guys, how you doing? It's Chris the Natural Progressive. It is Freak Out Friday, kind of a replacement for Monday Madness and Women's Wednesday. So today we have 3 women and 1 freaked out man. So wouldn't you be
Very
freaked out
freaked out.
too if you were 1 man against 3 women? Anyway, welcome guys. I'm sorry that my shows have been few and far between. It's going to be that way for a little bit, although I will be there. Popping out my chat real quick. I will be there Monday and Wednesday, normal schedule. Well, actually, I think I'm going to go to 7 p.m. on Monday just because I have kind of a health thing I'm dealing with right now, and I don't think I could even stay up that late. So we're going to do it both of them at 7. So 7 p.m. Monday, Mountain Time, 7 p.m. Wednesday for Women's Wednesday with me and Whitney and maybe Trisha if she would like to join us. And then Monday Madness, who knows? I mean, Val will be there and whoever else wants to show up. So,
It's going to be great.
yes, it will be great.
Awesome.
It will be great. So let's say hello to some of the people, humans here. TRC Galaxy, Moose Gal, hello. Jean, Cindy Seeley, hello. Zox is here. Bluebell's here. Awesome. Tanya, awesome. Well, too bad you can't stay too long, Bluebell. Um, always, yeah, always nice when you can make it. Cindy, I haven't made you mod. Hold on. I'm gonna make you mod too, so because you've been here. So now you're a mod. Anyway. Oh, I missed somebody.
Say hello to
Trish
Osama number 5.
Kaiser. Good evening. Who?
And Osama number 5.
Osama's here? How did
Yes.
I miss him? Oh my
Osama.
gosh. Everybody's here. Almost everybody. We're missing Sandy, who, by the way, if you can't stay long, remember Sandy's going to be on 7 p.m. Mountain Time, 9 p.m. Eastern with, well, it looks like it's going to be Jennifer and who else? I
A
barely.
mystery guest.
No, it's not a mystery.
Okay.
Just go to her channel. There's a little promo thing of who she's having on. So go check that out. I still don't know how I missed this. Oh, Red's here. Ecocentric Homestead is here. Awesome. He's in Black Bear News chat all the time. He or she, maybe it's gonna be a she. I don't know. Sometimes you just don't know. Mark Roche, hello. Okay, so I think did we get everybody? Oh wait, who did I miss? Okay, maybe I haven't missed anybody. I think I got everybody now. Oh no.
You did.
Him. Oh him. Hi. Oh him. So now I think we got everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So
And how's everybody doing Friday night?
yes,
it's in the chat room.
Thank God it's Friday. It's Freak Out Friday. I'm sure everyone's freaking out. There's a lot going on in politics and the environment and everything. And I'm out of the loop because I've been focusing too much on my empire job that I'm trying to figure out how to get out of. Oh, Torsten's here. By the way, Climate Crush TV, the link is in the description, of course. So make sure if you have not checked that out, check out Climate Crush TV for all the latest and the greatest live streaming on climate issues. So let's see. Whitney.
Okay.
Putting you on the spot. What do you have to talk about? I'm totally out of the loop between work and this medical condition I've been fighting with this week. I really haven't heard much about what's going on.
So I'll start with the fact or the news that just came out that 2019 was the second hottest year on record. So it's like
I
great.
did hear that. That was actually on the morning news. Isn't that
okay? That's good. It is, and now they can't avoid it now. But that's definitely like concerning. 2016 is still our hottest year on record, but you know, we're pretty neck and neck at this point. The last 5 years
so
we're like
together.
Yes, we're like in the 0.9s, we're like basically to 1 degree Celsius. So we were
in the hottest decade ever, the hottest last 5 years ever, right?
Yes, the last 2010s was the hottest decade on record, which is concerning, but it's predicted. And then what else? 2019 was the hottest year on record for the oceans, which is not good.
Right, and it's getting worse and worse and predicted to be even worse.
I know. So that's what's like insane at this point. Is like how bad is it gonna get? You know, like
When are people
it's
going to wake up?
when
They're
are
not.
people gonna
Some
wake?
aren't. I mean, all the Trump tards out
No.
there. I'm sorry, but they're so they're. Well, I don't believe in climate change. It's just the Earth goes through a natural cycle, and one big volcano, and it's all over anyway. So yeah. So humans should just keep making it worse because a volcano could kill us all tomorrow. Um,
I know.
that's
I don't.
stupid. Okay,
Uh,
so there's a nuclear bomb maybe gonna be shot at you, so we might as well just nuke ourselves in the meantime. Is that their logic? I don't know.
I guess so.
And
that's
Yeah.
denial for you. That's
oh,
absolute denial.
it is
It is.
absolute denial. And just working. This is my coworker that I'm speaking of right now because I was just kind of asking him about, you know, a little bit about his politics without giving up too much of mine. And the first thing because all I know is Trump's the best president ever, and he's the only one that's honest, and he's the only one that's like us, and he's the only one that's ever kept all of his promises and all that. Trump's support is
No.
growing; it's not decreasing. He said, "I only voted for Trump to vote against Hillary, and now I'm for him. I'm full 100% supporting him. So I don't see it waning. Not not in the right wing states, not in the rural states. I
Oh
don't see
no.
his support waning at all. Um,
That's
yeah,
total man love.
yeah. It they like that testosterone or something. He's totally got that narcissistic testosterone shit going. Whatever. I mean, and then they go into the impeachment hearings. I didn't really want to get into that because I was totally wrong because Pelosi didn't hold back. But then it makes me suspicious of what backroom deals did she make in order to get the hearings into the Senate? I mean, are they going to protect Biden? Because if I don't know, it's just
Yeah. It's
I
yeah.
know there's
I get
something wrong there, but I know they have to be protecting Biden some way. They have to be because
It's
and
very sketchy. We have no idea what their back room, smoke filled rooms are doing. We have no idea. We can just speculate. You
yeah,
know,
and
we know
I
they're.
have
I
speculated,
know.
but
I
I
know
don't
one thing
know.
is they're up to no good.
I know that. I think that's a given at this point
Yeah.
is they're up to no good. Oh crap. Sorry about that. Stupid pop-ups.
So what else have you got with a girl?
Yeah, dude.
So let's see. Surprisingly, I guess the United States emissions did drop about 2% last year, but that's because coal is waning off, supposedly. So I don't know, globally it's supposed to be going up. So I guess I don't know if that means anything. So basically the line of global like emissions are going up, but United States had one dip, but overall it's higher than it's been before. So it's like kind of let's just say the emissions are up and down, but this last year it was down, but the year before that was up like a lot. So
Yeah, well, it's
still
not
up.
either way. It's still up. Just it's the mix that changes, but it's still up. But Bluebell had a good point. She said Pelosi wants to get Bernie off the campaign trail right before Iowa. And that was a point I brought up a long time ago when it first started because that was the thing.
Mm-hmm.
It would take Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders off the campaign trail if they had the Senate hearings
Right.
right before um, the primaries. So, good point. I forgot about that issue because, you know, um,
It would help Biden, I guess, because he's.
yeah, because Biden would
Mm-hmm.
be in that. So, um, but that's stupid move by the DNC. I mean, take your best person, Bernie Sanders, off. No one else is going to win against Trump.
Then you just
Probably.
have to pick your poison.
Yeah, I mean, I think Tulsi would win against Trump, but she's not going to win the primary.
No,
So that's not going to work. The only way
you're
is
not
for
poison.
Tulsi and Bernie to get together. They need to get together because Tulsi can bring some right wingers on board because of or libertarian types, because of her anti-interventionist.
That's
Um,
interesting. Yeah.
yeah, so I think if that happened, but that doesn't do any good if Bernie is stuck in those Senate hearings. So I think there's a backroom deal. I didn't mean to get into politics, but of course that's the only thing I hear on major media is that crap, and I haven't had time to do anything else.
So who do you predict will be the Democratic nominee, Christine? Bernie, perhaps?
I don't think so. I don't think
I
they're gonna let
predict
him.
Bernie.
I don't think they'll let him win. I'm
They're
sticking
not going to
to
let him
it.
win, but he will be the candidate.
I don't think they'll let him win the primary
Oh,
because
well,
if
you
he
know more
won
than
the
me.
primary, he would win the general. But
Right.
I don't think they'll let him win the primary. They would rather have Trump win again. The elites would.
Thank
So
you for setting me straight here.
yeah, I would like to see Bernie or Tulsi win, but I just don't think they're going to let it happen. They're going to pull every dirty trick in the book. I mean, look what Warren just did. You know, trying to set him up to on that, you know, that no handshake gate, I think is what they're calling it. So she went and she's like, did you call me a liar on national TV? And what is and thank God he didn't fall into the trap and say, no, you're not a liar. Instead he said, we'll talk about this later, and walked away. Good for him. That's all I could say.
Yeah.
He didn't fall into the trap because that was a pretty dirty move, and there was a reason it was hot mics on and they had that and they leaked that. So
Well done,
It's so
Christine.
dirty.
it's totally dirty trick, and it just raised support for Bernie Sanders. So
Yeah, he
that's
raised
good.
a lot of money off of that.
Yeah, he did.
Surprisingly enough.
And who wouldn't? Yeah, Bernie would win the general. Um,
They're saying.
yeah, I think there's pretty much agreement on that. Maybe most popular guy in the run is somehow lost. Yeah, I mean, you know, they're gonna cheat in the elections again. So you know, how they did last 2016 election, and they just um got rid of like a whole bunch of people's registrations, so they had to use the what do they call those provisional ballots, and then those didn't count at all, and they were shredding them in California. A lot of They closed down a lot of polling places and places that would have been supportive of Bernie, and so people showed up and their polling place was closed. And when they found one that was open, there was lines up the zoo. Those are the kind of tricks they play. But as I predict, they have to put everyone with a pulse into the primary to get a broken convention. Then they will get second ballot. Yeah, when the super delegate gets to vote. Yeah, and taking Bernie off the campaign trail is another thing that's going to hurt. So they're doing everything they can to keep Bernie out. That's their winning against Trump isn't their biggest priority. It's getting Bernie out of the race. So that's just
It's just
my.
amazing. Yeah, I know.
It's sad, and it's like,
It
isn't
is.
democracy? Not so much. So
It's kind of
anyway,
crazy. It's kind of crazy, isn't it?
Freak Out Friday. We could freak out because that's what we, get it all out before the weekend so you can enjoy yourself, right?
Yes.
So it'll be good. Okay, Trisha,
Hi.
lay it on us. What's going on there on the other side of the planet?
Right down the bottom here. Can you
Yes.
guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
cool. Because I just put the earphones on. I just found them. So okay, we're in the middle of summer here. We're not having a summer. Yesterday we had one summer day, but normally it's covered in smoky grey clouds from Australia, and it's been very cold. So very disappointing. Also, yeah, they're now having a lot of rain in certain parts of Australia where they really need it, which is great, but they don't know if they will have enough to make a difference, and it's also now starting to cause floods. So now they're rescuing koalas from floods, not before it was fires, now it's floods. So
Wouldn't it cause
yeah,
mudslides
it's
too?
all go.
But
Sorry.
mudslide.
Yeah.
Weren't they talking about mudslides somewhere? And then there's those ancient trees. That's one other thing they had. They
Right.
saved these ancient trees that were they call them dinosaur trees because they thought they were extinct a long time ago and they only had fossils of them, but they found them in this one place in Australia, and so far they haven't been eaten by the fire. I'm sure they'll go some other way soon. But yeah, go ahead, Trisha. I didn't mean to interject.
No, that's all right. Actually, I just watched an interesting video this morning. There's a young Australian girl who's got a channel, Yvette someone, I didn't get the full name, you can look it up. I'll put the link down below in the comments later, but she said that she left Australia last year because they got sick of having to grab a bag, go home, grab the dog, and evacuate. She said they had
wow.
to do it 4 or 5 times, so she and her partner have immigrated to England last year. So I suspect we're going to see a lot more of that. I think New Zealand's kind of bracing for an influx across the Tasman of Australians who simply, probably a lot of them, have nowhere else to live and just can't conceivably see themselves staying in Australia anymore. I suspect there'll be quite a lot of people that want to leave.
Yep, climate migrants, climate refugees.
Climate refugees,
Climate
yes.
refugees. Yeah, they're also saying some scientists have been saying Australia. I read a report that said Australia might become uninhabitable in a lot of
Wow.
places. And
I know.
our fire and emergency chief in New Zealand said publicly the other day that New Zealand could in the near term be as bad as Australia, even though our terrain, our vegetation, and our climate is different. We're slightly colder, we're closer to the Antarctic, but he says we've still got all the possibilities of just becoming the same. So if
Wow.
that happens to us, then that can happen anywhere else in the world. So welcome to the future.
Yeah.
Hey,
I think I was.
Actually,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
oh yeah, he actually said we're looking at the future.
Yes, we are.
When we're seeing this footage, he said that. So I think it was him. So yeah. So brace yourselves, everybody. It's
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
Make the most of now, I would say, and I think that's what a lot of people are going to do.
that's all
And
you can do. Absolutely.
Linda,
Sandy is here. Welcome, Sandy. Sandy, I already told everybody to get ready for your show. In what is it? So an hour and 40 minutes. So, it would be 7 p.m. Mountain, 9 p.m. Eastern. Environmental Coffee House will be on live, so make sure you jump on hers after ours. I already let people know, Sandy, so don't you worry.
Yeah, people, be there or be square.
Absolutely, we got to support each other.
It's like people, this is like a double feature. Christine, first show, the first feature, and the Sandy's the second feature on a double feature Friday night. And hopefully this will go on for quite a while.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
except for not next week because next week I'm gonna have regular Monday and Wednesday. So,
Yes.
oh well, not so regular. I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna do both of them at 7 p.m. because of what's going on medically. I don't think I'll be able to stay up much past that. Um, just a total fatigue and exhaustion. I'll let you know more about what's going on later. Um, but for now, just know I'm going through a medical issue that I've got to work my way through. So, oh,
Thank you,
Pink
Christine.
Barrio is here.
Hey,
Pink,
Pink.
Pink is here. He does such good work. If you have not gone to his channel, I need to catch up. There's a couple of shows he's done that I have not been able to watch it, along with so many other people that Kevin's done shows I haven't been able to watch. Collapse Chronicles, Humpty Dumpty Tribe. All my favorite people I have not been able to watch because I've been too busy. So I got to do a lot of catching up. Um, oh,
Hey,
tonight is
Chris.
Antonio and Nick is what tonight is. So yeah, I just made Pink a moderator because you know. Oh,
Good
love you
thinking.
too, Sandy. Yeah, because we know Pink is going to be fair and nice and take care of things.
Absolutely. I've got some interesting kind of news here. A lot of
Okay,
people, a lot of people have predicted that climate change will eventually start getting into the popular news, the popular media.
it started a
yeah,
little.
And here's one.
started, yeah.
This is the American Scientist. It just come out. It's an article about how can climate data be turned into widespread action. Now, this isn't a hardcore scientific journal. It's a popular, American science for lay people to read. It's not per se for scientists. So another one, and I've already shown this one. Of course, this is the popular media climate change on the cover with Greta Thunberg. Time magazine, it's not a scientific journal. It's hitting major, and here's another one, Prepper magazine, talking about getting ready for climate change. Are you ready? Is their little article. Now this article here, how can climate data be turned into widespread action? So they're talking about trying to convince and cajole the public into accepting the reality of climate change by cramming the data down their throats, sort of, and trying to convince people using data. As soon as I saw this cover, a path to change, and they're hoping that using this data will convince the public to start changing. So maybe maybe the public will pick this up instead of National Enquirer at the grocery.
Do you think it will work on the Trumpsters? Because I don't think so.
Yeah,
everything he says is golden. It's like
it's golden.
It's a Chinese hoax, so it's not a thing.
You're killing me with that.
I'm sorry. When you are around Trump people all the day, all the time, like that's the only people you ever talk to. You get to know how they think, and you know that they are not willing to open their mind to any other ideas. They're not willing to think that America is nothing but the greatest country in the world, and it's
American
great.
exceptionalism.
Yes, and we can't have any communism, socialism. Government needs to be minimalist, needs small government, unless it's to fuck with you,
right?
Individually, like okay, no Planned Parenthood. You can't plan your families because we need as many babies as possible to grow the economy. You can't smoke marijuana because it's against their, or Utah, you can't have a beer or alcohol, because it's against the Mormons' religion. If that's what it means to be free, can I please be a communist, for fuck's sake? Sorry. I don't go along with that. Freedom to destroy the planet because, it's just too much hoops to go through to fuck it up. I mean, that's the kind of freedom that they're talking about. They won't see any other way. There's too many regulations. There shouldn't be ecological studies because it just gets in the way of business.
People.
No regulations on clean water, because why the fuck do you need clean water to drink? Fuck. What is wrong with these people?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. We've got that in New Zealand too.
Don't you, when you have a pet and the pet poops on the floor, you're supposed to put their nose in the poop?
No, that's bad training.
Okay, well, maybe you should do that to Republicans, to put their nose in the polluted water.
Yeah, I think that would be better Republican training, and even some Democrats establishment training. That would be good establishment training. Make them stick their nose into their pollution. Yeah, maybe we need to do a establishment training videos. How to train the establishment idiots in your life. How to do that.
Yeah, grab them by the scruff of their neck.
I think that in climate change fashion would go over really big in today's society.
You're killing me. What are you drinking there? What is that?
It's tea. It's chamomile tea.
Okay. If you say so.
I've been sick. Come on. It's chamomile tea. I'm trying to be good.
Okay.
Free to lie, says Pink. Yep. They're free to lie. We're free to lie to all the people and enforce propaganda on the people. And that's what they're doing. Yep.
Well, not
Andre's here. Hello.
Hey, Andre. Val, I heard you say this planet would be better off with people. Any suggestions to implement that idea? Yeah, chemtrailing. you know, put
I don't
Ebola in,
know. It would be better off if people stop breeding. Just
yeah,
stop breeding,
that's the better way.
bringing poor children into this planet that we're just destroying and making miserable with governments that and elite that just don't care about anybody else but themselves and deep state shit and whatever. I don't know. I just stop bringing people who are destroying everything. And I don't know. I give up on the human race. I'm just tired. Just tired.
Yeah, yeah. But we ain't done yet though. We're not done yet. Can I do a non sequitur here, make a left turn? Can I go make a
Sure.
sharp left turn?
We probably need to make a right turn because we've been going so far left.
Yeah. Well, I can go even further left, you know.
We're just gonna go in a circle.
Go,
Two
go
lefts
so
make a
far
right.
left that you meet the
Isn't
right.
that what happens? Two lefts make a right? Or is
Yeah.
it two rights
Well,
make a left? Or is it both? I don't know.
You're making some great sense there, Christine.
I had a fever for 2 months. What do you expect? Okay.
Let
My
me
brain
smoke
is
some.
fried.
Let me smoke what some of you are smoking.
I wish I was smoking something I should be. Damn it.
I for people who I don't want to get anybody upset here, you know. So if you get upset, you know, don't blame me. Okay, it's just Friday night. You know, we're just
Just
talking,
Friday night.
you know?
It's Freak Out Friday is what it is. So go ahead and freak out. Freedom to freak out. There's freedom on this channel.
Absolutely. I'm probably gonna step in some shit when I
Get ready. Get ready.
get ready. Okay. Um the planet, you know, as Whitney mentioned, 2019 was the second hottest year. And the global dimming effect has cooled the planet. Okay, we're kind of lucky in a way that has happened.
Yeah.
Some people, I'm agnostic about geoengineering. I'm just reporting the current facts on geoengineering. The top geoengineer in the world, Professor David Keith of Harvard, is he's promoting geoengineering, but he's having a lot of ifs, ands, and buts about it. Okay, so there's the moral. He says that geoengineering would be so cheap that it's almost free, no cost. That is so cheap. Spray atmospheric sulfates. You know, it's in the billions of dollars for the year for the world.
I
That's
think there's a cost. We were talking about this a little beforehand. There is kind of a cost because if you fix the climate issue, if you keep the temperatures to a livable level, people are just going to continue destroying the planet.
And he said that. He said exactly that. That he said that that's the moral hazard that people say, well, we fixed it. We can keep running the cars, the industries, you know, keep doing it. He says we have to make emission cuts. Okay. And of course, it doesn't. This type of geoengineering does not change the oceans. It has little effect on that. So the oceans are still heating. It just cools the Earth's temperature. He also said that they at Harvard are at the very preliminary stages of testing geoengineering, researching it, and he's wanting more money. He's saying that it's going to be the children, you know, teenagers now, younger, the grandchildren, who will decide on whether to implement geoengineering. You know, so he's thinking that the worst of the planetary temperatures are still off into the future by decades.
I don't think so.
I don't
think we've got that long.
No,
But
But
I'm curious. You know, this is a recent video. I'm thinking this guy is top. He has the latest information. You know,
I know, but we're already seeing what's happening in Australia. The same is going to
right.
happen in Africa, and I've heard
And that
Europe
brings up a
temperatures
question.
are
That brings up a question to me for Trisha. Of course, if they were doing it now, it seemed like they would be spraying the heck out of Australia. to cool it down, but apparently they're not.
I don't think that's gonna do any good. And what's worse, the minute we try and do something stupid like that, it'll probably make things a whole lot worse, because there are probably rebound effects
Yes.
and side effects that we don't even know about. So I think the less humans try and tinker with anything, the better. Probably.
Right. Andre says, I just got to read his comment because I think it deserves the response. Carbon footprints will not change much until we find clean, sustainable energy source. Until then, we have no option. And my response to that, and I'll let you guys, you know, talk too about it, but if we come up with clean, renewable energy, but we do not reduce the population, we're just going to continue environmental destruction, which is going to still put us in the same scenario. I mean, the climate is just part of.
I've got a also a reply to that.
Okay.
Okay, this may be a little bit off the wall.
Be nice to Andre, or I'll kick your ass.
I will.
He's such a sweetheart.
I love Andre. I love him. We're bros. Okay. The Fermi paradox. Okay. Now, you people probably aren't aware of the Fermi paradox, right? Never heard of it?
No.
Okay. We have enormous.
Wait, Fermi paradox?
No. Fermi. Enrico Fermi.
Okay.
Fermi.
The physicist.
Okay, no, I haven't heard of that one. Go ahead.
Okay, well, this is.
I thought you were going to make a joke. I thought that was going to be a joke. Sorry.
Oh, shit.
I thought that was going to be an AI joke or something, because for AI, you know.
I got no joke here, man. This is no joke. The Fermi paradox is famous. And Enrico Fermi asked, if the galaxy and the universe is so large, where are the other aliens?
Okay, one.
Oh, yeah.
Because they designed themselves right into a freaking corner. It's like painting yourself into a corner. They think they're so smart, and then they destroyed themselves before they could come up with that technology. Okay, I have heard of that one. Yes.
Okay, it's called the Great Filter. Okay.
The Great Filter.
Great Filter. That civilizations.
We love you too, Andre.
That technological civilizations, as they become more technological, they run into dangers such as nuclear war and climate change. Okay. The galaxy, this galaxy has 800 billion stars in it. They've already found somewhere around 4,000 exoplanets, numerous Earth-sized and Goldilocks zone planets, but there's nobody there. Nobody. We're picking up the phone, calling, "Where are you?" and nobody's answering.
Trish, I think you got a little bit of background noise, just FYI. So.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. Just mute your microphone when you're doing stuff, and then we won't.
Okay. How do I do that?
You just run your cursor over your screen. There you go. You got it.
Sure.
And by the
I'll
way,
do that while I wind up the blend.
Yeah, you're muted right now, so you can take it on and off whenever you want. Okay, sorry guys.
No, we're at that technological point where we're either going to survive this, or we're going to destroy ourselves. We're on a trajectory, and you got two paths that splits. We survive, or we are like the other thousands, possibly millions of other similar civilizations that fuck up, basically, that cock up, that end up destroying themselves due to climate change, due to the inability to recognize the environmental destruction and stop.
Right. Before it's too late.
Before it's too late to stop. Now, there may be some civilizations that survive the Great Filter. But, and if there was, they could possibly help us and give us advice.
Yeah, if one alien species made it through, but would they want to help us, or would they just say, you guys are too fucking stupid?
No, it could be either way. They could be sympathetic and realize that most civilizations go extinct and go, we're going to help you. But so far, they're not contacting us. Okay. I also want to mention this. to any civilizations that have survived in the galaxy, in their advanced technological civilizations, they would have a galactic internet, kind of like a galactic YouTube. They would be doing something like this, okay? But it would be, you know, different planets, and people, instead of us being like in different parts of the. Where are you, Whitney?
I'm in Los Angeles.
Okay, she's in LA. Chris is in Utah. I'm in Indiana. Trish is in New Zealand. Well, imagine that with people on different planets,
Yes.
and they would have a technology where they would be able to do this sort of, just like we have this technology to talk now. So I'm hoping that some civilizations have survived the Great Filter, and I'm hoping that our civilization can wake the fuck up in time, make the changes that are necessary, and of course that brings up. I hate to mention this, Chris, but I think Dr. Hoffman is right about evolutionary fitness payoffs. That people that needs to be changed. People are on this system of trying to get fit money, jobs, promotions,
Yeah,
supporting the family.
that's what the matrix is. We're stuck
Yeah.
in this it's alternative reality that has nothing to. It's not based in ecological reality. It's not based in natural
Exactly. It's not
reality. It's
we're in a
based in
the
a
reality
human
that
construct.
yes, the reality that they're in is a capitalistic reality, and you called it an ecological reality.
No, ecological reality is actual reality.
Right. That's what you're exactly.
Yes.
That
We have a new person in the chat. Mr. Pool.
Yeah, I've seen him before.
Alien's not a question of where are they, but when are they? Too far away in time and distance. I think he had another comment. Or she, I don't know. Ultimate Memorial Dig. Digitalize all culture. I think culture is pretty much digitalized now, but yeah, but no, I mean, I'm getting that. I mean, to me, it was so far.
You called it ecological reality. That's the first time I've ever heard of that term.
Well, I made up that term.
I know, you coined it ecological reality.
Well, ecologically, reality is real reality. That's like, that's where we should be, you know, living within nature in a natural environment. We shouldn't be making
in the
our own bubble.
Reality. That's what they're in now, is the capitalistic reality.
Yes, capitalistic,
make money, make more money.
Human culture, societal construct, like theocracies and economies and all that. That's just all human construct, all made up. That's not living like within an environment, within a natural ecosphere. That's like, okay, we are apart from now, but it's all the matrix. That's the matrix. Jobs are a matrix.
The best thing that could happen
religion is a matrix.
Yes, the best thing that could happen would be if there was a giant EMP, a Carrington solar flare that would knock out the electrical infrastructure of the planet.
Like James Bond, GoldenEye.
Well, like GoldenEye, that's one, but the sun.
I love that one.
I do too.
Yeah, explain that, because I kind of missed it.
Go ahead, Whitney.
Okay, the James Bond series, Pierce Brosnan back in the day, 1995, a movie called GoldenEye. It was like, I guess the Bond movies always try to do something like current. So I guess in the 90s, like the Soviet Union collapsed and they're dealing with, you know, the downfall of that. But anyways, they have like the evil people want like, or the evil villains in the Bond movies want an EMP, I think, and they want to like destroy London and have like a electric blackout. So go on. So it's kind of seems sci-fi, but does it exist?
Yes, it exists.
Okay.
How it exists is all you have to do is launch a nuclear missile over the central United States at say about 30,000 feet, explode this nuclear device, and it will create an electromagnetic pulse. In fact, it won't create one, it'll create multiple EMPs that instantly destroy circuitry going south. Did you read about EMP attacking Lord Hughes' novel? No, man, I love EMP, man.
I've got to
I've
read
got
Lord Hughes' novel. I can't wait. Wait. What was the name of it? Torstein, will you? Sorry. I'm going to go into a coughing attack. To the world leaders
if
and
there were
those in power, sorry, Pink has something to say. I would like to say that you have not seen anything yet. I
yeah,
love
buddy.
Pink. He's got
But
such a
a
great
giant
attitude.
EMP would
Greta.
a giant EMP would do what we want. I mean, a big one, a Carrington level EMP. Of course, the EMP would only affect half the world. The world that's facing the electromagnetic pulse, the Carrington event, the solar flare. So it would only knock out half the world. But if it could knock out, but there's another way, and that would be some. There are some other ways that this can happen. But an EMP would knock out the electrical system and instantly put the United States and the northern and southern, the Western hemisphere into 1800 style living. There would be no industry. That's an instant way to get to that pre industrial level is a giant EMP.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm pro EMP myself.
Yeah, you're one of the few people who are.
I mean, I love this ability to connect with people, like, and share ideas and just talk about things that worry me and with people that aren't like big Trump supporters and denier of all things realistic. Um, that's great. However, I can do the same thing in nature, and I will be free to do that once that happens, if that makes any sense. And it may be just for a short time. It may be for just days, but just to have that freedom for just a little bit and know that this destructive society has been taken down.
Yeah.
I know that sounds terrible. I know I sound like a horrible human being.
No.
And it would probably kill me. You know, it would probably kill me. And everybody else. But I just think,
but it's the best chance for the planet.
It
for
is.
What
It
you
is
called,
for the long run of the planet.
I really love that term that you come up with, ecological reality.
Well,
that is such a perfect term.
Oh, I made that up. I don't know. Someone else might have said it first, and I may have heard it in my, the back of your head.
But it's the first time I've heard it.
Well, I get it from Derek Jensen, his idea anyway.
Right.
Because the natural world is reality, where our made up world is not real. It's not reality. Like, it's not nature based. It's not any natural system. So that idea I stole from Derek Jensen.
A couple of weeks ago, the United States, some people blame it on Trump, assassinated an Iranian general. And we talked about it last time, Christine.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit, how alignments that fortunately it did not lead to a nuclear war. But
yeah, the plane. See, another thing I was wrong about. Ukraine did accidentally shoot it down. See, I'm not right, and I don't admit to being. I have my ideas, but that doesn't mean I'm right.
Iran shot down the Ukrainian airliner
because they thought it was a missile coming in to attack them because they were on edge because of Trump's threats. So,
well, what they should have done is just stop flights.
Yeah, they should have done a no-fly,
or also just ban flights over Iran. Or the airlines should have done that. But at any rate, it could have caused a war. The Russians and the Iranian, lots of them have the capability to send this EMP type weapon over to the United States. That is entirely possible and could have happened. That technology is there. A lot of people don't know it. It doesn't take multiple nuclear blast. Just one over the central United States will take out the whole country. One.
Yeah, I mean, but see, I don't know. I have a really hard time with that, and I'm just gonna read some comments because I don't really want to get my opinion out there right now.
Sure.
So where is it? Pink says all companies, banks, institutions, and governments immediately halt the investments in fossil fuel exploration and extraction would help. And I just want to say 100% on board with that. I've said that before. It's like we need to just stop all oil, gas, coal, all that. Just stop and do what we can with what we have already to build anything that would be sustainable, and we'd have to live within that means. But you got to know that windmills, every 6 years, they need to be totally replaced, and with all the fossil fuels and stuff it takes to build them. I mean, I think you'd be better off with just a small windmill per household, and you would have to live on a smaller scale. And people don't want to do that. People want to continue living the way they're living.
Right.
They want all the comforts, all the luxuries.
All the goodies.
If each individual lived like they did on a homestead with a windmill they built themselves, and just lived with whatever thing that they could deal with,
You're
grew
talking
their
about
own
growing their
gardens
food.
and all that. Yeah, growing your own food. I think would be we could so not as many people that there are on this planet now, but I know Pink agrees with the population reduction. So I just don't think we can. I mean, we're done anyway. We might as well freaking face it. We're done because there's not enough people who are going to jump on board. When you live in Utah, you see that it's like 99.9% of people here,
Yeah, that's true.
and
But
Idaho and Montana and Wyoming and
there is a way. There is a way. You could have, for lack of a better term, somebody in charge who says this is what we're going to do. If you
I
don't
know
like
the eco-fascism thing, but how are you going to get somebody in power with the deep state in charge?
You could have somebody like a group like, say, Putin.
Andre says that World War III is going to happen before climate kills the planet. So enjoy for now. I guess I think we all feel that way. Enjoy for now because we're toast. Basil's here. Hi, Basil. Namaste.
Well, okay, I see two ways. I see, hey, I know you hate this when I say it, AI taking over and being the boss of everybody. And it's godlike, and there's nothing we can do to say, well, we don't like this. We don't like this. Too bad. Okay. It can kill millions of people in their sleep instantly. Okay. It's too bad. You don't like it. I'm saving the planet. You don't like it. Deal with it. Another way, possibly, if anybody's seen the movie, the superhero movie with Thanos, where Thanos decided to kill half the galaxy
I never watched that.
so that the other half of the galaxy could live. Marvel superhero movie. They thought it was a big movie. I watched it just to see what Thanos did. What he did was instant depopulation. Did you see the movie, Whitney?
No, which one is it? It's called Thanos?
No, well,
Thanos is a main character that thought that we needed to reduce the population. I know that. I never seen the movie, but he thought the population was just
how he did it. It's a superhero movie. I can't think of which
okay.
one.
I kind of got the image in my head.
But what happened was they fought Thanos in a battle in the end, and I think they lost. But all the superheroes, about half of them just started like disappearing. They like disintegrated. Okay. And Thanos and then he went back to his planet. He just wanted to depopulate. I'm not saying that's good or bad. I'm just saying we got some hard choices here.
There's some Thanos fans in the chat.
Yeah. I'm describing
Ecocentric Homestead. Hold on. The capitalist system has evolved humans into species of soft, convenience-loving zombies. You are so right. Thank you for that. Sorry. Zoc said some pretty cool things too.
Even if let's say we get lucky and we get Bernie in office, just a fantasy. There's a fantasy Bernie gets in office. If he really wants to solve these ecological problems, to get to the ecological reality, he's going to have to make some hard choices. He's going to have to do things that people are not going to like. Even the people who elected him, they're going to say,
I really hope that he is that badass and strong, and he acts like a Trump, only for the people and for the planet, and
a reverse Trump.
If he would get you don't understand. I want him to be in office, and I want Tulsi to be in office. I just don't think it's going to happen. I
You
don't
know,
think the establishment is going to let it happen, and I wish that wasn't true.
I agree. But if it did happen and these people made the right decisions, they are not going to be popular decisions. Okay, people, even the people
Yeah.
who voted them in, are not
Oh
going to
yeah,
like.
there's a lot of people that wouldn't understand because they've been lied to for so long about the environment and the
I think they
climate.
ought to. I think they ought to use that term in this politics that you come up with,
Eco
ecological.
reality.
Yeah, this is the eco reality, folks. I know you want your reality of vacations and fast cars and Teslas and your damn Starbucks.
Bad
Uh,
gal, Starbucks. Mm.
Actually, this isn't a coffee cup. It's a
Oh, it's
I
a
have
reusable.
yeah.
Woo-hoo.
Oh,
Okay. It's
I
all
gotta show
about the
the.
money, Pink Fario says, and that's true. It is all about the money, and it's all about people's comfort too. People don't want to think that they may have to live without these computers, without their video games, without their TVs, without their cell phones. Um, the heat, like, and even I would hate living without heat because I am very cold sensitive,
Well, you can
so
build a
cold
fire.
sensitive.
You got a fireplace, don't you?
Yes, we do have a fireplace. Gaio Smith, welcome Gaio. No one is in control. The climate is in control now. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it is now. I don't want to give up, and I don't want people to stop trying. Don't get me wrong there, because I think we should still try. We should still protect everything while we can, just out of respect for the planet. Protect everything we can, and just do everything we can to try to help it. And yeah, that means eating less meat, just for you, Pink. Um, for people who can and stuff. Um,
I'm going to show the Starbucks straws for the people who didn't see it the first time.
I
Did
have
you
one
see
of
it?
those, by the way. I mean,
Did
not
you have this?
Starbucks. I have a reusable straw that folds up and that has a little cleaner that comes in it
Oh, it has a
with it.
cleaner too. That say
Yeah.
Starbucks.
Uh-huh. Mine
And
folds up like this big. It's like that big.
well, you get you get two straws. Two straws. You can also snort Coke with it. Put it up your
Oh
nose.
my God, Val.
And
Okay,
snort
Pink
some
says
Coke.
Emerson College poll of New Hampshire Democrats has found that Bernie Sanders is maintaining a strong lead in the Democratic Party. I think he is too, but were you here when we were talking about how they're pulling they're starting the stupid trials, the impeachment trials, and he's gonna have to be there, so that'll take him off the road to campaign. And that's worrisome and stuff. Bluebell mentioned that earlier. I
See, I
mean, I
told you they
mentioned
were
it a
gonna
long time ago, but few and far between. And then I was thinking Pelosi was just going to hold the impeachment over his head till the election so that Trump would still look like he has impeachment over his head. But it looks like they're going through with it. But I think there's a backyard room deal to protect Biden somehow. They're not going to implicate Biden because that would also implicate a lot of the other Democrats and Republicans who do the same shady deals.
look. These people never get implicated because
No.
I don't want to go off on a tangent on Epstein, but they take care of problems. If they have a problem, they take care of it.
Epstein's a good example.
Yeah, I mean, there are people whose jobs they their job is taking care of problems.
Oh my gosh, humans as Bernie Bros will
It
raise
is.
hell. But you know what? The media is oh no, pushing this rumor that if Bernie doesn't win, that all the Bernie people are going to be violent. And it may happen. I don't know, but it's kind of stupid propaganda actually. So hey, Justin McNeil, one of the first people in the chat today. The good news is that Bernie can call out Trump to his face for his crimes. Well, let's hope so. But I think they're going to screw Bernie. I still think they're going to screw Bernie. I don't want it to happen. I don't, but we'll see. Hopefully, Tulsi can gain enough support, and then those two can come together at the end and get enough votes to overwhelm the establishment. But then they have to go against the super delegates if it goes to a second ballot. So there's that. So, ah,
You can
okay.
only hope, right?
Can only hope. So yeah, I gotta go get me some more tea really fast. if you want to keep going. Either that
Okay.
or we can call it a night. Either way, do you all have anybody else have anything else they want to talk about?
Well, you want to remind people about Sandy's show at
Yes,
9
Sandy's
p.m.
show is let's see, it's is in an hour on her environmental coffee house. So make sure you make it there. Oh, Mikal, you're late. Dang it. We're getting
A
ready to
double
close
feature
her
Friday.
down. But welcome, Gaio Smith and Michael B.
Yeah, he
I love
said
you.
Margot reports recent large methane release.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, I see that.
And I want to mention something
Yeah,
about
Margot's good. What's her channel name, please?
the healing corner, Margot's healing corner,
Yeah,
something like
that's it. Margot's Healing Corner. Yeah,
that.
he's really good. Biden's overall support is cut in half when narrowed to younger voters only. True. I mean, I don't think Biden's going to win. I don't think he has a chance at all.
This him. I keep bees, and we lost half of our beehives a year.
Yeah, I read that.
That's effed up, man.
That was totally effed up. Yeah, 1 hour from now at ECH. Environmental Coffee House, people. Next live show.
So go grab a pizza, come back, and finish the second half.
Yeah, go
of
grab you
Friday
something
Night
to eat for dinner and then hop on Sandy's channel for some good bad news.
Yeah,
Find some, let's see, no. 1 hour
we're
from now, AC. I guess we talked to everybody. I think we talked to everybody even. It keeps bees and we lost half bees. Okay. Towards side, not sure I can make it. Sandy, kind of low on energy after the fires. Oh. Torstein, you've been working your butt off on that Climate Crush TV. We really appreciate it. Don't forget, if you haven't checked out Climate Crush TV, the link is in the description of the show. I try to always put it there. If I forget, then bad me, but I did not forget the last few. Well, I don't know if I don't
yeah.
think Oz did it on Monday, but
You also want to remind people,
oh yeah,
to get to
Progressive
work.
Weather and Science Talk with Jim Massa.
Yes,
Those two
and
channels.
I forgot to
Sorry.
get with them, but you also want to remind people that I go wherever I go, I say, look, you care about the environment, please go to the Natural Progressive Show, if you care about the environment and subscribe.
And
You
we're
know,
20 away from 1,000, so I'm
yeah,
gonna do live streams from my phone, which I go to some pretty cool places that I'd like to do some live stream from.
we're
Mostly
all
the best cool
yeah,
places, my backyard with my horses in the summer.
yeah, we're all a team here. We're one big team, all of us here,
Yes,
right?
we are.
Yes.
We have quite the network going on with Progressive Weather, Jim Massa, Trisha,
Uh,
Francesca.
You
She
know,
has her channel too,
David,
by the
Pink
way.
Mario, all these
Yes,
people to
Pink
chat
Barrio
with.
was awesome. I am getting him on my. He said he would come on sometime soon, so I am going to hold him up to that. Pink,
We're we're we're
are
going
you
to
listening,
overwhelm.
Pink?
We're going to overwhelm. We're going to overwhelm the deniers with our sheer
Yes,
determination
and
to
sticking
crush them
together and
and crush
supporting
them with
each
truth.
other. We are going to support the hell out of each other, and that's how we're going to win.
Crush the deniers and the obstructionists with truth
We
and
we
reality.
may lose the freaking planet, but we're going to fight and stick together, trying whatever we
Absolutely,
can. So.
absolutely.
Thank you, Gaio. Peace out, too. Love you, Torstein. Osama, love you. Justin McNeil. Yes, thank you, Gaio. Hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. 20 away, last I checked, from 1,000. That's so freaking close. And yeah, don't forget Trisha Francesca has a channel. So does Whitney with Progressive Weather. Valahala56 has
Yeah,
a
you don't want to go to
channel.
my channel. That's like a college student's channel. A bunch of crazy ass shit
Osama
on
has a
there.
channel with a few things on it. Going South has a great channel. He updates you on the ice and other stuff going on. He also has Talking South is his secondary channel, along with Climate Crush TV. Very busy boy.
Very busy boy.
Yeah, and Pink Barrio. If you have not subscribed to Pink Barrio, go subscribe. Support him. He needs to get to 1,000 also. So let's get him up there. Basil Peterson has a fun channel if you like, country stuff and things, because I like his channel. Yeah, namaste, Basil. Always nice. Say hi to Karen. I didn't see her in there, but say hi to Karen. Only the leftists are afraid of truth. No, I think
That's
a lot of writers, right-wingers, are afraid of truth. Sorry, but
they
that's
they
my
live in their
experience.
they live in their own fantasy world. They're
Thank
not
you,
the real.
Pink. Okay, let me get this transition ready to go. So, all right, guys, is there anything else? Any last words from anybody?
Just use that term, ecological reality. I love it.
Yeah,
Ecological
ecological reality. There you go. People need to
And you guys
start.
said eco-fascism was interesting.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
eco-fascism. That's Val saying he thinks
that's
we need
me.
an eco-fascist. That's also Collapse Chronicles. He's well, I don't know. He's an eco-Nazi, which is really close.
Yep.
So either way, Trisha, are you there to say goodbye?
I'm here. Yep. Goodbye, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye, y'all. Thank you,
Bye,
Brittany.
everybody.
Thank you, Trisha.
Thank you for
Val.
having me.
You're welcome. We'll see you guys Monday. Have a good one.
See you soon.
Bye.